Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Precious Metal Summit Europe, Day 2, and we have now here District Metals with Garrett Ainsworth, the CEO, and we move to Sweden. Hey, good morning, Garrett. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, super. Thanks for taking the time. District Metals, you are the first time at Commodity TV, and yeah, you guys work in Sweden. Please give us a short roundup on the company.
Yeah, so District Metals is a fairly new company. Myself, I joined in mid-2018. It was a shell company at that point in time. I had a mandate to find a high-grade polymetallic property, something that was very prospective. So I went on a search around the globe. It took about 18 months to find what we were looking for, and we finally locked that down out of EMX Royalties portfolio. We did the acquisition, or completed the acquisition, of July of this year, and we've really hit the ground running. We've done SkyTem survey already, ground geological work, and compilation of existing historic drill hole data from the historic Tomtebo mine that's on the Tomtebo property.
Okay, super. So you said in our pre-conversation, you said it's a precious metal-rich polymetallic asset. What does that exactly mean?
Well, I mean, when you say polymetallic, a lot of people just think, okay, that's just base metal. So, and that is the case for sure in some districts. But within the Bergslagen, like Garpenberg, 30% of the revenue last year came from the silver content. So it's very significant. So I really, given the market that we're in for silver and gold, I think it's really important to point out that there is very significant precious metal content within the polymetallic mines that are existing in the Bergslagen.
Fantastic. Yeah, and also I saw that, you are comparing a lot in your slides, comparing with other mines. So that was for me quite interesting because do you want to go in production in the future, or do you say no, we are exploration, we maybe delineate to make the bright look good, and then we see what's going on?
Yeah, I mean, myself, I'm an exploration geologist by training. I treat everything like it's going to head towards a mine, but my sweet spot really is from discovery, delineation up to a feasibility level. So, I mean, one of the reasons why I left NextGen was because it really was getting into building a mine. And yeah, that's not really my sweet spot, and I know my limits. So I'm happy to hand it over when it gets to a certain stage.
Yeah, super. No, honestly, I really like that because this makes sure that you do what you do best.
Absolutely. Very important.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so Tomtebo Property, you had already some good drill results there. It all looks quite good, also from the historic results. What have you achieved this year there?
Yeah, so I mean, first off, there's 139 historic drill holes, partial database with the assays, the drill logs, and whatnot. So we took all that data, we digitized it, we brought it into a Leapfrog 3D model. We've generated 33 mineralized domains. Much of them are stacked. We've got some high priority drill targets based on just that exercise alone. There's some very, very positive drill results that are wide open at depth and along strike, and really just goes down to the 200-meter level, which is significant to note because in the Bergslagen, these systems go down to 1,600 meters at Garpenberg and at Zinc. Also, when we acquired the property, we flew a deep penetrating SkyTem survey across the entire Tomtebo project, which is the first time that's ever been done, which to myself was very surprising given the district that we're in. We've identified numerous conductive and magnetic anomalies that we're going to follow up on. And then also we've done some geological field work. One of the leading geological experts in the region, Rodney Allen, who spent a lot of time at Garpenberg, led a team of geologists doing some mapping, prospecting, and sampling, and interpretations for that work are going to be ready this month, and we should have news out thereafter.
Okay, super. And also I saw, and I think you named it already, you have a lot of permit areas now, and you want to drill them in 2021?
Correct. Yeah. So all the work that we've been doing has been generating priority drill targets with main focus at the historic Tomtebo mine. We're looking at, we've already started the permitting process to drill about 5,000 meters, starting in like February or March of next year, depending on how long the permitting process takes. But that's where we're headed towards for early 2021.
Fantastic. How does it look with the infrastructure? Meaning, is it easily road accessible? Can you easily bring in the drills? How does it work?
Well, myself, having spent a lot of time in northern Saskatchewan, working in the Bergslagen District is like a dream. There's roads everywhere. There's a lot of woodlands. They treat their forests just beautifully. They're all in boreal rows and whatnot. But the access, the power, deep sea water ports. There's rail. There's 5 smelters in the Nordic region. It really doesn't get better than that. So the drilling costs all in are about $300 per meter.
Okay, yeah, that's quite okay, I would say. Is it Canadian dollars or US dollars?
Canadian. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, super. Perfect. Yeah, when we talk about money, of course, that's also important. As you are an exploration company, you are burning money for sure. And so what is cash in the bank, and who are your largest shareholders, and especially what has the management, meaning also you, shares in the company?
Yeah, so we've got about 1.6 million cash in the company right now. By the end of the year, we'll probably be at about 1.22 million, I would say, after doing all the pre-drilling activities. We'll probably be looking to raise some money to fund the 5,000 meter drill program, which would obviously be about 1.5 million all in costs. And I think you mentioned how many shares do I own of District Metals?
Yeah, for example, what is management share in the company?
Well, myself, I have about over 1.7 million shares. I bought the majority of them at 12.5 cents. When I first came on to District, because if I'm going to go forward with the project, I need to be on the same level as the shareholders, and that's what really aligns me by doing that. Other insiders, I think we're close to 3 million shares with the other insiders owning District Metal stock. The two largest shareholders, Warren Irwin with Russo Asset Management, who's also a big shareholder in Next Gen Energy. That's how we got to really know each other. And the Commodity Capital, Tobias Treader is also
I know him very well, yes.
in the company. And also Sprott US, the Rick Rule arm, have over 10% of District Metals.
Okay, super. And percentage-wise, what is management share in percentage-wise? Because you said 3 million shares altogether. Yeah,
probably sitting just under 10%.
Okay, super. So you have enough skin in the game. That was important for me. Super. Okay, so what happens? Let's say the 5,000 meters are financed. You are successful. Can you then speed that up? Meaning to say, okay, we make another, let's call it drill emergency raise in addition, or what's the plan then for 2021 in addition to that?
Yeah, so I mean, going in a maiden drill program, we didn't want to go too big because we were testing the waters. We're going to be, twinning some holes, stepping out from those holes and doing some infill. And there's actually parts of the historic Tomtebo mine where it looks like there's potential for us to step into potentially doing delineation drilling that could formulate part of a resource calculation. That's how good the historic drill data seems at this point in time. So I can see us going from 5,000 to 10,000 to 15,000 meters fairly quickly, given the data that we're working with right now.
Super, perfect. That was a great final sentence. Garrett, thank you very much. That looks all very promising, I would say, and I keep fingers crossed that your drills are really successful.
Excellent. Well, thanks very much for the conversation.
Super. Thank you very much. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was Precious Metal Summit Europe with District Metals and Garrett Ainsworth, the CEO. And yeah, you heard it, 5,000 meter drill program ahead of them. Sure, it's still a young company. It's an exploration company, but they are in elephant territory in Sweden with an outstanding infrastructure. And I would say really interesting here is to me that we have a precious metal polymetallic property. And this is exactly what the world needs. All the metals are in, which are in high demand. And yeah, let's keep fingers crossed that they find a lot and that things are really moving well. Check out the company. Thanks for watching us and bye-bye from Switzerland.